Hey guys, Adrian here on the behalf of iTouchApps.net. Today we're taking a look at Hyper Breaker Turbo. Now this is a breaker game. This is not just your ordinary breaker game, but from the well-known classic days. But this is a whole new complete action-based puzzle game like you've never seen before. So it says imagine Breaker from the creators that made claim Push Panic with the actual multiple level design, free paddle control, and all this other stuff here. So basically, if you've ever played Breaker, basically it's a ball bouncing off a platform, hitting blocks and kind of exploding them. And this adds on to that classic game. It says like as breakers you've never seen before with super precise paddle controls, which they're famous for here. Awesome themed levels and all that good stuff. So you can see here the main menu has a nice little colorful interface. I do like it. Simple, but at the same time really has a lot of nice design going into it. You have settings here. You can adjust music, sound, tutorials, etc. You also have other games. You can see there's social links, achievements, and ranks, all that good stuff. You can go ahead and play here. You can see you have a couple modes. You have Classic, Doodle, and Neon mode here, you can see there. Now you can unlock these by playing, by getting stars. As you can see in the top right, there's over 300 levels, so there's tons and tons of gameplay incorporated in this for $2. I think the levels in itself make it definitely worth the money at $2, but you can also have to go through in-app purchases to instantly unlock those levels if you wish here. So I'm going to go ahead and play through the levels here just to show you how it's like here. Really simple controls. You have this hyper breaker here that you can control at the bottom, and basically you just use this. You swipe left and right here, and you can actually move it all around here. So you can also catch these stars here as you as they fall from the blocks here. And your objective in Breaker is essentially to break all the blocks as you go along here. Now you can see you can only move up and down within a certain amount of radius here. So you have this kind of set zone where you can actually break here. And you can see, oops, you don't want to lose the ball ideally. And it has really precise this paddle that I'm controlling here. You can kind of ricochet it off all these other things. You can kind of bounce it at an angle. So it really is super nice control. So you can see here there's blocks like the red blocks, which need to be hit a couple of times. And you can see there I lost the ball there. You have 3 lives there in that case. You can only lose 3 balls. But there's other blocks like the red blocks that need to be damaged twice in order to crack them. So ideally the more you crack, the more points you're going to get here, so the more blocks you get here as I go along. And your objective obviously is just to get through at the end of the thing. So on top of being a game where you're bouncing the ball around, it's also kind of a sort of puzzle where you're trying to get to the top here and get as many points as you can, and just kind of escalate, as you can see here, to the finish line. Now if you can kind of shortcut around that, then that works too, but obviously the more points you get, the better here. So you can see when it gets really crazy, it kind of just bounces all around here until you want it to kind of create space so you can get to the top here. Looks like I'm kind of stuck between all these blocks, so I'm kind of just creating all this space right now. And it looks like I'll finally be able to, if I can precisely hit it there. Nope. I can't even hit it here. Sorry. Here we go. We'll probably get it. Nope. Still not gonna get it. Oh, okay, hang on. Alright, nope. Still can't hit the brown blocks. But that's basically your objective, if I can even do it here. Can't even. I'm trying to show you, and I can't even do it myself. But also on the top right, you'll notice that you can pause the game at any time here. So there you go. Finally hit that block. So it's a little bit, oh wow, I lost right there. So you'll find it a little bit trickier at times at times like this, I think, when there's no blocks, it's even harder to get to the objective, because I feel like when there is blocks, it just makes it super easy to ricochet off, unless you can get it precisely on the top of the thing here, which I'm not too good at, or just go straight into the finish line. And that completes your level here. Now you get stars at the end. Your score, based on your score, you get these little score multipliers. You can see a replay here, and you can share your replay, which is a really cool feature too. I think it's a nice pro. Definitely a big break from the original Break game. So you can share your replays, and you see, maybe you complete a level super fast or something. You can show that. Overall, it's really intuitive gameplay, really cool physics. I really enjoyed the paddle control. It runs at 60 FPS and smooth on the new Retina display, and I'm playing it here on the iPhone 5 here. On top of that, with the integrated replay recordings, this is more than your average breaker game. Definitely worth getting here. This is Hyper Breaker Turbo.